He's looking down. Oh, wait, no, Vinny is playing the winner of Dylan Sinjin.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Now I understand.
Oh, we're going to get the Lucina.
Well, I can definitely understand why. That Cloud last time around just didn't really do the work that I would think Como was hoping for. And Odyssey, although he did have like very convincing 2-0 victory in winners, he was just spiced up on an energy drink, and I saw him get pretty handled by Shuton. So we'll see if he still has the momentum, still has the fire to contest Como, or whether this will end up being, you know, just trading sets.
Yeah, Como, though, just laying in this early pressure. Adi's only damage is pretty much coming off of these lasers he's been firing. But he gains stage control, and here's a chance for him to start doing work, gets the forward air, starts laying in more lasers against him.
Right. Some stage positioning for Odyssey, but one thing about Lucina in this matchup, and one of the reasons why like Mr. E does not play Marth against Fox, his ability to maneuver. And the fact of the matter is, the fact that Lucina has those consistent hitboxes and is so good at sending Fox off the stage means that Odyssey has to be extra careful about every little nick and dime that he might suffer.
Yeah, the consistency is big, and once again, the jab one into the up tilt, killing Odyssey here. And Adi still keeping this close, but he's already got 26% on him, but gets the back air. It might be enough, but he still had his jump, so he's going to make it back relatively easily. Starting to land these forward airs.
Oh, that really hungry up smash. I know that Adi probably, you know,
And the back air spike.
That was untechable, right? Either that or there was sunshine behind him and I couldn't see. Regardless, Adi going to be dropping game one. That's the first game he's dropped to Como Rikiri since this tournament started.
Yes.
Then again, I haven't lost a game to Como Rikiri yet either.
No.
So. Everyone's smirking about it because I'm bad. Let's move on to this game two, going to be on Town and City. What do you think about this stage counter?
It's going to be interesting here. Personally, as a Lucina, I like it, but that's just a personal thing. In terms of the matchup, I can see why Adi went to it.
Yeah, the smaller blast zone on top. At the very least, his up air chains will be even more devastating, as we're seeing right now with DI from Como though, but DI that essentially just put him off stage.
But Adi right now is showing the reverse of what happened game one, as he takes a big percent lead here.
What are these up smashes, boy?
He wants it.
Although, this is the thing. I feel like a lot of what, you know, Odyssey and these really solid players do is they'll condition. And when I see up smash a lot, like for instance, if I see it from Ralphie, it means that he's going to start looking for the option that the opponent will have to be playing around, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know really what, like, I guess he'll try and go for more grabs. We'll see how Odyssey's game plan progresses here, because already they're both at kill percent.
And the down smash, not enough to take it, but he still has his jump. And the back air is going to take it.
Odyssey once again with a lead, but he rolls right into Como's waiting arms.
And the back air, still not enough.
No jump though. Yeah, really smart from Como. Knowing that the side B wasn't going to come out, just goes in deep and ends his stock with forward air.
And that was a smarter move with the forward air. I would have just run in there and countered like an idiot, but that's why I'm bad at this game.
These guys, now it's neck and neck. This is actually the first time we've seen these guys go even. Last game was a convincing win for Como, and in winners, Odyssey pretty much was thrashing him about. But now we have these guys playing from an even ground on both ends. We'll see how they slowly eke out a win.
Gets grabbed, laser follow-up, doesn't get anything.
I like this from Odyssey, going for more grabs. Como now starting to play around it a little bit, but it's a sort of thing where when you are now scared to shield against Fox, now he can really open up and deal the hardest damage. A forward smash. Adi going to be taking game 2. We're moving into game 3 here.
Can Adi single-handedly eliminate Como Akiri from this tournament?
This will be a double elimination for him. And the difference between being, oh, I went 1-1 with, I mean, taking a set from Como was great, but the difference between going 1-1 with Como and, yeah, I double eliminated Como from this Xeno, Odyssey definitely is hungry for it. He's maybe a little bit more toned down. He's not quite as jittery and on edge as maybe during his match with Shuton. And we're going to be having Game 3 once again on Town and City. So we'll see if this has a different tale. Whether Japan will just make its way and eliminate another NYC guy.
Yeah. For the dancing blade there, playing on this pressure, going for the forward smash. Adi here just trying to keep him above him, but he's not able to get anything with those aerials. But
you'll notice that Como is actually getting a lot off the grabs. You know, the grab will put Odyssey in the position where a lot of damage will end up being dealt. What a pivot grab, able to just predict about that run past.
For the up B spike counter? No, he went for the down air.
That's actually something that was the exact same thing we saw in Winners, I think. But there, because he was Cloud, he was able to get the really consistent stock. As it stands right now, Odyssey making it back to stage. Definitely has the chance to take out this stock before Como can end his. But look at the way Como is playing, so patient right now.
And the forward tilt, still not enough to take it. And the forward air, that's going to take it. Como takes the first stock, but still has 101 on him now, and Adi just went for that up smash, but oh man. And the up air, and that's gonna even it up here. We're final stock.
I feel
Game
like
3.
I feel like we've lost a little bit of the excitement here because we saw Odyssey win this setup, this matchup in Winners. But like, let's not diminish the fact that Odyssey, a player who I don't even know if he's gonna be on PR this season, right now has taken not only one set over Como, but he's one stock away from eliminating him from the tournament.
But Como's not letting up this pressure. Como's saying, I'm not going home tonight this early.
He already had to eliminate Abadongo for 7th. You don't want to have Japan getting 5th and 7th respectively. No, you want to see them sweeping through New York, and that looks like what it's going to be. Odyssey definitely should be happy with how he's played today, but nonetheless, that's Como Akiri going to be eliminating him at 5th as he moves on to fight the winner.
The Pac-Man is out.
All right. I mean, granted, the fact that Shinji has been playing Pac-Man versus Bayo and like has been grinding through all of these terrible matchups, maybe he's not as scared of it as he used to be, you know? Even if the matchup's bad, if you just outplay your opponent, you can still win. You know, if it's a 9-1, there's still, if you outplay them 90%. Ooh. One thing about Venia. Venia loves being cute. Venia loves taking advantage of the little things just to get the extra mileage that he can. And Pac-Man actually gives him the chance for some setups, as you saw right there with that Hydra.
Venia keeping Shinji off stage.
Yeah, Venia racking up tons of damage right now.
Looking for these up airs. Shinji just sends the Hydra down to clear Venia.
I want to point out that although Shinji's in a bad spot right now, if he does manage to win this, he actually beat Como Akiri at CEO. That's who these guys are playing to fight against.
True.
So I know that there's a chance that Shinji, if he manages to take out Venia here, he could possibly wind himself all the way into losers finals.
American hero Shinji.
I mean, Pac-Man is an American icon.
That is true. But Venia saying, put those plans on hold right now. I'm going to take the first stock here. Venia going to work here.
Yeah, just going to rack up even more damage. And so one fun thing about this matchup, you know, so normally in order to avoid having to use the third bounce from Trampoline, Pac-Man will be, he uses Side B, right? But if Greninja uses his Hydro Pump, he can actually cancel out the pellet, and basically at that point, Shinji would be forced to triple up B, and then you could snatch the third trampoline from him, which is why you actually are not seeing Shinji use side B at all off stage.
Well, the shadow sneak doesn't get, oh, not the shadow sneak, but the counter there.
Yeah, that's another thing, is because that, yeah.
Oh, down there, tech.
I'm sorry, just use the little trampoline to get up there. I thought he was going to do something extra neat. Oh, okay. Now, yeah, this is really bad for Shinji.
Yes, he's got quite a deficit here. He's got 121 on him.
This might be it. Never mind.
Oh, no. Grabs the ledge. Still unable to get in.
Pac-Man is not exactly the kind of character to get easy comebacks with. Shinji definitely going to have to earn this, going to have to avoid everything that Venia can use to kill him, and at the same time just try and set up his own, you know.
If any Pac-Man can make a comeback, though, it's going to be Shinji, as he is the best with this character.
Shinji, you see that he wants to be playing more off stage here. Being on stage means that he can get up thrown, which might actually take the stock right now. I'm not sure, but at the very least, there are all sorts of options. That should be it. Gets a down smash.
And that's going to take it.
Shinji taking a bit of a look, but he actually kept that game pretty even though at the end it was like a low % 2 stock. He recollected his thoughts, realized what he needs to be doing against this kind of character, and that's when started to get some kind of comeback, but Venia able to clutch it out nonetheless.
And we are moving into game 2 now. As we go to Battlefield, we'll see how Shinji adapts from game 1. Both Venia starting off pretty strong, but Shinji also coming back here, maintaining it even as both are at 25%.
Look at all this damage! Wow, and it's still going? That was such a kooky combo between the platform pratfall and everything.
Well, Shinji's a labber, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah,
if you should tune into this man's streams, which you should, he tries to figure out every little thing about this character. I guarantee you that the character of Pac-Man would not be nearly as respected as it is with not for the effort of that he and a few other, you know, select Pac-Man have put into this character. Considering the fact that he's not very well respected, that really says a lot.
But hey, we'll see after this PGR announcements.
Yeah.
How much more respect Pac-Man will get.
But, you know, we're talking all the time about Shinji and everything, but let's not forget about Venia. The way that this guy plays, he has already taken Abadongo and knocked that guy into losers. Really nice, though, from Shinji, though, taking that stock with him. Bell to up smash. Damage, it goes so quickly whenever Pac-Man's on the field, because there's some weird play involving Hydrant that will just dish like 110 damage in an instant.
When you hear fishing for something, gets the forward air that time. And the trampoline there.
I'm telling you, Venia loves using Pac-Man's tools whenever he gets a hold of them. Whether it's the hydrant, whether it's the trampoline, the fruit.
Forward air, forcing Shinji on the other side of the stage. Gets the kill there.
Yeah, that forward air going to be taking the stock in its entirety. And now Shinji, despite being up by so much, he only has about a 30% lead. And using the trampoline
against Pac-Man.
I'm telling you, Venia loves to be a cool guy. Venia wants to be just the coolest guy in the room. And if that means using Pac-Man's trampoline to extend a combo even slightly, hey, he'll do it.
And hey, it works out for him. He lays on that extra damage. Throwing these water shoes and starting to lay on the pressure, but gets in between Pac-Man and the fire hydrant. That's not a good place to be.
I love the fact that Shinji is using the fact that there's less space on a battlefield. He's using it really well. That he's putting himself in the corner, but he's putting it in the... Oh my god, what a beautiful, beautiful edge guard interception from Venia. I wasn't expecting it. I don't think you were expecting that.
I was not. I was shocked.
But look at that beautiful placement.
Oh my.
There's finals of Shuton versus Kameme.
3, 2, 1, go!
And here we go. It is Olimar versus the Rockman. This is a Japanese tournament now. This is no longer Mega Man. This is a Rockman. Now, I'm assuming these two players are very familiar with each other.
Yeah, in Japan is a very interesting scene. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised. I know that there's, in general, a different culture regarding spectating. That, you know, in Japan it's much more respectful, you know, appreciate the players and don't interfere. There were people gooning out in the peanut gallery during those sets, right?
Yes.
So now that I think that the crowds have thinned a little bit, we might be seeing these Japanese players return to form as, you know, they are facing only each other in this winners finals.
Yeah, well, these two have not dropped the set yet, so the goonery and debauchery has not affected them, it appears.
They do know it's best 2 out of 3, right?
That is a good question. But
are we going to have an emergency best 3 out of 5 if they don't know? Anyway, let's get to this match because it has been progressing very interestingly. Shuton, throughout this tournament, has been showing us what he's able to do, but we actually haven't seen that much of Kameme's Mega Man.
no, we're not.
Instead, he's been opting for those Cloud, those Sheik picks. But definitely, there's a reason why he is the best Mega Man in the world. Look at the way he's playing right now, just tacking on this damage.
Both of these players playing very patiently.
I love grabbing the Metal Blade there, even if it did mean having to re-grab the ledge. Up throw not taking it.
Not enough.
Down tilt will, though.
That does it.
Oh, and a beautiful lock. Oh, I think he hit him with the wrong hitbox of the jabs.
Potentially.
Or the forward tilt. I'm actually not 100% sure on the details of that. I know it's hype when it does happen, but right there.
He's still getting a lot of damage, though, off of it.
Here's the thing. There's like fear. You can see it in the way that Shuton's playing. He doesn't want to have this happen to him. He doesn't want to get resetted. Kameme taking that first game in decisive action. Even though he was struggling to get the kill, he was just consistently putting on damage to the point where, yeah, he can kill him at 50 the next time around. That's easy to do.
Yeah. Here we go. Sticking with the same character choice. And we're going to go to Battlefield this time.
Definitely, I'm really curious why he would pick here. I do have to say that earlier, when we saw Shuton playing here, he used those platforms so well. So I'm wondering if that's maybe part of why he wants to, you know, maybe, oh, can I have an alternate angle of attack? Can I find some other way to intercept or to get in on this Mega Man?
And he's walling him out. Shuton, though, going up and up. But he makes it back down.
The percents are neck and neck, completely tied at this moment. Oh, but a big grab from Shuton might spell otherwise. Great. The way that Shuton is able to utilize Olamar's grab, even though tether grabs in general in this game are considered to be not the greatest, the way he uses those little Pikmin, just, it's admirable. It's to be studied, even generations from now.
Kameme starting to lay in this damage. And he's looking here to try to even things up, but he is taking damage slowly but surely, and Shuton just is not letting him breathe. He's already up to 52%.
And Shuton right now, this is the thing. You'll notice that when Shuton has a stock lead, he plays... I don't even know whether he plays it differently or just more smartly, or it's just that now that he knows what the opponent wants, he's able to play around it so beautifully. But like as soon as you lose the first stock against this guy, it feels like you might as well just like start button LRA start because he's so good at holding down a lead.
Kamehameha has quite a deficit to come back from here. This is at 131 on his final stock. Shuton's at 85 and still has another stock to spare. Gets the grab.
Haven't really seen him complete an edge guard yet.
Oh, tech.
Did you see that recovery? Like, let's not just like think about, oh, the tech. Think about the fact that he slowed it at the exact moment to the point where Kamehameha had to panic hit him with that move. And there it is, the up throw going to be taking it. Look at Kamehameha's expression. I don't even know what that expression means.
These two are having fun.
There is an emotion that I have not felt in a long time that Kamehameha is experiencing right now. Ooh. Did they just pull a Grand Finals in Westchester? Going their secondaries? Oh,
Oh no, they
never
still
mind.
went Olimar.
He
I
went
didn't hear
Core
the
and then
Olimar, I heard the
okay.
Core.
I thought I heard Core, and that's why I said that. But no, instead, we're going to be seeing Kamehameha's Sheik here. It's taking a lot of damage already, though. I feel like wondering what his thought process was behind this counter pick. I know that Sheik does do well in this matchup typically, and definitely it's easier for Sheik to get out of Olimar's stuff. Oh.
Do you think he thinks that there is another game guaranteed after this?
I really hope they know that there isn't. Are we gonna gentleman them best 3 out of 5 if they don't know? Are we gonna really pull an Evo 20? What was
They
it?
know.
They know?
Okay,
Yeah, they know.
Okay.
All right, good.
Gets the Nair, not enough. Looking for another one. And the bouncing fish is enough to do it.
I was questioning this counter pick at the start, but Kamehameha, he's not just like gimmick. He's not just some guy who plays Mega Man and, you know, doesn't know how to play the rest of Smash 4. Look at the way that he's moving, he's grooving, he knows what he needs to be doing against Shuton, even while he's playing the Sheik.
Shuton is just laying in this pressure.
Oh, that's a big grab, though. Big Kamehameha on the side here.
Starting to get these aerials.
You know the thing about playing Sheik, though, is that, yes, getting extra credit is nice, but you never want to have to even up the stock counts, because look at this. Oh, wow, he actually survived. That was great DI. Never mind.
Oh, that Pikmin's like, that's a nice ledge there. I'm going to take it for you.
Yeah, but you could tell that Kamehameha right now,
Oh, pivot grab.
he had a really solid lead there. Really solid. But the fact that Shuton now has evened up the stock count, and we've seen his ability to just rack up damage, he is definitely not out of this by any means.
No, he's not. Nair is starting to land the damage. Not starting, but
See
laying in
Olimar's
additional.
bug eyes? Whenever Olimar gets like hit or pummeled, he just like eyes bug out of his head. It's like you don't get to appreciate these things until the Japanese players come through.
Yeah.
You don't normally see Olimar.
This is scary.
Yeah, he's trying to put on that pressure, that up smash, maybe showing a little bit too much of his game plan, but
The
did you
bouncing
see
fish?
the movement? Did you see the, was that a step dash? Did he step dash with, wait, look at the way that Kamehameha was moving here. Look at this. Oh, never mind. No. It was just Sheik running. She's very low when she runs. But anyway, great stuff to Kamehameha. Going to be taking Shuton into losers. Tinder Give him everything they need.
And here we go. Game 1 here of loser semis. Como Akiri versus Venya. Como opting for the cloud.
I can definitely understand why. And Venya is such an interesting New York player. He's this momentum-based fiend. He's this guy who, you know, he plays Greninja, very rarely seen character, especially at his level. And so I have no idea what to expect seeing him face off against, you know, one of these vaunted players like Como Akiri.
And Venya is taking it to Como right now, taking the early percent lead. He's not letting up this pressure.
But if you notice, like, one of the things that he's doing is he's using his poking. He's using the mobility that Greninja has to be, like, far away and close up in just the same instant. Como forced to burn his limit to make it back. And that means that I feel like because Como was putting himself in the corner to, like, you know, charge a limit, that's how Venya has all of this room to really, you know, get all of this damage and movement started.
The up smash
He has
still
no
not
jump.
enough.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Yep.
He trips away.
He's like, I don't want a third one. Just comes off of the Angel platform, just hits that cross slash.
And I think that Como has realized the mistake he made, and he's much more aggressive this time around, trying to be in Venya's face. And although that might be a little bit of a better strategy, given how Venya played last time, it does mean that if you mess up once, you are eating all of this damage.
Yeah, Como already at 71% here.
Limit is about to go live, though. And a limit means that Venya has to be careful. He is in death percent from something like, say, a limit cross slash finishing touch if he wants to be really cool about it. But I don't think that's necessarily Como's style here.
What's the grab here? What's he gonna do? Venya just sitting on the ledge, jumps over, regains stage control here.
Yeah, it feels like Venya is not being pressured off like the ledge as much as I feel like Como normally manages to do, whether that's because of Greninja's mobility, but even there,
Lives the up air.
it's crazy. Venya right now at 147%. He is surviving as best he can, and then he's doing a pretty good job of it. And with this much rage, there are ways that he could end Como Akiri right now without ever having to see us for second stock. But Como able to even it up with that forward air.
Yeah, but Como's got a lot of work to do if he wants to stay in this game. He's already down big time in the percent, and that forward air is going to take it. Venya goes up 1-0 over 2GG.
How many
Como
times is Venya going to read an air touch off stage? How many times is he going to do that? Take your bets now.
This man spent a lot of time at the library.
Yeah.
He's like, I've seen that book before. I know how it ends.
Venya playing amazingly well right now. He's going to be facing off against Como again on Smashville again, but we're going to be seeing if Como maybe adapted his style a little better. I think one of the big things about that game one was that Venya just had room to run all around him. And Como already taking a bit of a more aggressive, at least challenging his position approach, as we're seeing right now with all of these up airs.
Venya laying in this pressure.
Even more damage. All right, we're finally back to neutral. And I want to just mention that Venya is the last U.S. representative in bracket.
This is true.
Not just New York. And yeah, no, of course we're rooting for New York boys. I can't believe he survived that. That was incredible DI. The fact that he was charging down smash meant that he got knocked too far away. You saw right there? Because if you are charging a smash attack, you get increased knockback. Oh, and that's going to be a missed space on that up smash, trying to catch his landing. But Como Akiri gets there and forward tilts him.
And he has limit online here. But the forward air, he's going to force him to burn it.
Did you see that? The side B catching him in the middle of his full hop.
Going for the down air there, but Venya just goes right over. Gets the grab. What's he gonna do here?
Oh, wow. The spacing on that up B was fantastic. The way that he was able to peek above the ledge and just clip Venia like that. Venia gets another back throw.
He's gonna force the limit burn.
He does, but he gets hit in the process.
Gets the grab. Not
Next grab might do it for him.
Almost still living. Gets the back air. Almost still living.
Yeah, Venia definitely is looking for this throw as a possibility to just take this stock, because if he, at 69%, yeah, that's bad, but if he manages to just get rid of Como's first stock right here and right now, he'd still be in it, the running to take the game. But now with 170 and 88% on him, he's at death percent. Not only does he have to worry about trying to take Como's stock, but if he's not careful, back air at the ledge, there it is.
There's
finally.
the throw. But he's at 88%. That's not good. And Como taking his time there on the platform.
Yeah, I feel like he wanted to recollect his thoughts, figure out what was working out so well.
And the back throw.
Okay, cool.
All right.
I don't know if you heard it, but somebody laughed really hard. I think it might have even been Govinda. I just saw him cracking up about that.
Just edge of the platform.
Yeah.
Grab. Be gone.
And that was actually really smart from Como when you think about it. He was probably really expecting Venia to go for some type of tomahawk option. And so the moment that he got close to the ground, shield grab, back throw him off the platform into oblivion. As we move to game 3 right now, this is pretty exciting, actually.
This is very exciting. We're on Town and City here. Venia's taking an early lead here. Como looking for these back airs and these up airs.
Okay. Oh, here's the big damage. A trade going to help out Como, but he's still taking 77% now. And Venia, with more room to groove, he's been able to just space around what Como wants to do.
But Como's bringing this back slowly but surely. Como maintaining center stage right now.
Yeah, and you can see he's using the long-lasting, long-ranging moves like that neutral air to just keep Venia at bay. Look at this, Venia's shielding. Think about that. This man has been forced into shield.
Oh, this is not a good place for Venia, but he gets back, throws out the cross slash too early, and the forward air from Venia.
That up B has such a long slide to it, and if you're not familiar with it, you saw he burned that limit, lost that resource, and now he's off stage without limit.
Gets on the platform, regains his jump.
But he's still trapped at the ledge.
Gets back to center stage though. And now lands an up air. Oh, looking for these back airs. Both of them throwing out these aerials, looking to see who can strike first. Como went high, but Venia saw it coming and hits him with an aerial, taking the stock.
And now Venia, Greninja's one of those characters where having rage just makes his combos work even better. He's even more dangerous at this instant. That's why Komurikiri needs to take this stock right away. He's off stage without a jump. He gets to the ledge. Will he be able to complete the edge guard? Venia getting back to center stage, but only for a second.
This is a dangerous position. The dash attack still not doing it. Probably one or two more of those. He's at death percent. The back air still not enough to close out this stock.
All right, I like the use of up B. Get some space, but
that's gonna take it.
Beautiful blade beam.
Como only has 20 on him.
Granted, like, Venia plays completely differently from low percents to, like, you know, when he's at death percent. So right now, the fact that he doesn't have to be scared about losing a stock to anything, really, he's going to be more in Komu's face. Whether or not that will work out for him is yet to be seen.
And he's got limit.
Look at these guys spacing around each other.
These guys throwing out aerials, looking to see who will land first. Venia is the one to do it.
This is like 64-esque. They know how deadly a single love tap might become, and so they are just trying to space as safely as they can. Gets that
back without burning limit.
And now Venia has the lead, but The way that Como's playing right now, it's super
Como's
dangerous.
tied it up. The up throw, the up air, still not enough.
But that was so close. I don't know if another hit like that could possibly connect for a stock, but then he rolls into
Oh,
it!
he rolls into it. He's still alive, though.
Just to get past him, he's the one in control of the ledge. A
The dash attack, still not enough to do it.
Then he in this super last hit situation, goes high, burns his double jump, but makes it back down to the ground.
This is very scary for both of them. Both of them at super high percents.
And he has been able to get away with using that up B to get away from the ledge. But now he has to actually get something started.
Oh, nothing there.
Another neutral air from Como.
The down air, still not enough. The up
The
air,
up air.
though, and that's going to take it.
And you hear a collective groan from the audience, but Como playing the end of that game so fantastically. Venia could taste victory on the end of his tongue, but you have to respect the fact that Como played that so well. The adaptation, figuring out what he needed to do, and now he is still in it. We have Japan top 3 as he faces off against Shuton coming up in losers finals.
That was a crazy set.
That was ridiculous.
Venia
That was actually
played very well, but unfortunately took it to last.
What the hell was this, Venia? What the hell was this?
Oh my god, this was the game. That was the game.
God.
He could have charged forward smash. Yeah, I forgot about their case for how strong they can really be. And now we're moving away from New York for a little bit. We are going to be witnessing Shuton versus Como Rikiri.
Here we go, starting things off. It's a cute little cross slash, but it was canceled out by Pigman, I think, there. Shuton walling out Como here, not allowing Como to even get near him.
Yeah, Como. I feel like this matchup, I know it's very good for Cloud, but having a good matchup against Olimar, I feel like doesn't make a difference to Shuton. Because he will just play around whatever is supposed to be good for you, and he will just continue to rack up damage, frustrate you, force those options out of you that will just lead to him taking the game.
Como with a grab now. Let's see what he gets off of it. And the up air, another one.
Beautiful use of the super armor from that down B. Oh, that almost comboed for a
Sparks
kill.
came out on that one.
Sparks, but no real lightning. Shuton is alive. Yes, he's at 119% and trapped at the ledge, but actually, there is no but. He's at 128 and trapped at the ledge versus Como. That's it for him, buddy.
Como's like, I am not done yet. Shuton looking to get back on stage. Gets the grab, though.
Shuton is so tricky with his movement. Look at that! The way that he put pressure on and then baited back. I don't even know how he managed to beat out that Gladash attack, but there you have it. He evens up the stock count in this game 1 between these two Japanese titans duking it out in New York City.
Very, very close. Como is taking this lead, just keeping him off stage, but Shuton regains center stage now, but Como gets a grab. And then air forcing him, keeping him off stage. And he down airs the Pigman. I don't think he was aiming for him, but
He only has one white. Look at this lonely poor white.
this white Pigman better put in a lot of work.
Yeah, but that means that even if he does gain a bit of control, he'll have to pull out some more. Granted, it's a fast option. It shouldn't be too hard for him to do. But considering that he's been given no room to breathe whatsoever by Como, yeesh, look at that.
And that's game 1.
Como cracking a smile for the first time I've seen this entire evening. He's just like, yeah,
No,
this can be fun sometimes.
When he was sitting on the couch, he was smiling. When he wasn't playing. But
Yeah, but game 2, I don't see Shuton switching.
no, I don't.
I don't see Como switching either.
Oh.
Never mind.
Never mind. He's gonna bring out the corn. potentially still hasn't locked in.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when Cosmos fought Shuton, didn't he end up going...
Oh no, he's going back to Cloud.
Did he not? Okay. I feel like there was somebody who fought Shuton and then went Shulk. Was that Como? Was that Cosmos? I can't remember. If you remember, please in the chat now. I know that was a interesting moment. I think that was GTX. But anyway.
Here we go with game number 2. Como up a game. Shuton starting off this game strong though, off of that grab.
As we see it right now, the cross slash is coming out in full. Although if you notice, because he was taking damage from Red Pikmin there, like, yes, he did 19%, but he also took like quite a bit of damage himself in the middle of his own attack.
Shuton now trying to lay on the pressure, but Como gets back on stage.
You know, Olimar is such an interesting character because, you know, he is rather gimmicky. And back in Brawl, he was really strong. And it's the sort of thing where, like, either, you know, the character with the gimmick is strong, you know, like, say, Brawl Olimar or nice cross slash, or, you know, Smash 4 Rosalina, or it's like a gimmick that doesn't really work. Like, little back. And in this game, it's hard to say whether, like Olimar's Pikmin is that well suited towards the meta. But the way that Shuton operates him, the way that he makes this character seem like he can just move around space and just put on the hurt. It definitely, like, I believe this character is top 10 at least when I see this guy piloting.
Yeah, he's laying on the pressure on the Como right now. Not letting Como breathe, trying to force him to go off stage and burn that limit on the recovery. Como with the forward air down into the ground and just grabs him off of it. Shuton throwing his minions at Como, just keeping him away, and that's gonna take the stock there.
And I will say, like, when you look at whatever Pikmin lineup Shuton has in front of him, kind of gives you a little bit of insight into what he's looking for when, you know, Como was at that really high percent, 2 purples and a blue. You know, you're going to have to watch out for my big hits and my kill throw. Yeah. But right now, at lower percents, it seems like...
He's still rocking the purple and the blue right now.
Oh, right, that's why. That was actually crazy. His ability to, like, know what to go for, given the Pikmin that he has in his lineup, is crazy.
These up airs coming into play. Shuton not in a good place right now. But we've seen him rack up damage really quickly. So it's very doable for him.
You know, the funny thing, I don't see Shuton, like, throwing the Pikmin off the stage so much. That's something that some Olimars will do. Oh, there it is. Maybe he is just like looking at Yu-Gi-Oh! Or like, I value every one of my Pikmin. They are all important. Okay. Well, maybe it's important to have a, you know, heart of the Pikmin right there because never mind. He was doing really close, but so that's the 2-0, I believe, right? Yep.
Yes.
Olimar, Shuton going to be dropping out of the tournament at 3rd place. Had an amazing showing. Beat some really solid New York players. Wondering exactly what his thought process is here. Maybe he just doesn't want to get edge-guarded. We have seen that Kameme's ability to, like, put someone off the level, keep them there, and end a stock while they're out there is absolutely brutal. Did Kameme beat Ralphie earlier today? I believe he did, correct?
Help it beat Ralphie. That's no. But anyway, Kameme laying on the damage here on Como Akiri. But Como bringing this back.
Oh, I love to see the item play, the tactical use of all of the characters' tools. Like, it's something that the Japanese, I feel like, are really good at. You know, they're playing a character, and they're going to make sure that, like, every single thing that they can squeeze from them will really be worth it. As you see right there, getting back down to the ground and getting an up tilt to take that first stock. Kameme already one stock into possibly taking this grand finals. And I know we haven't mentioned it yet, but a nice wad of bills.
Yes.
Think about how much yen that is.
It's a lot of yen. These up airs, but Como gets back to the ground. And that neutral air, Marth's neutral air lasts for a good while, and it's a very efficient tool at keeping out your opponents. And the up air.
This is, oh, what a hard knuckle to get back down to the ground, and he's actually still living. Interesting. He's still surviving. It can be so difficult to take out a Mega Man stock. I mean, look at that. that up B, it wasn't enough because he can just get the tech. That should be it.
Yep,
yeah,
that's
okay. 56% though. That's a lot of damage. Especially because we've seen how Kameme is able to take super early stocks, either through the Metal Blade footstool setups or just the raw up tilts. Back air at the ledge.
These dancing blades putting on a lot of damage, but the footstool combos.
Footstool combo not quite working there. You can tell that he's still. The thing is, like, I feel like a lot of players, when they are able to do footstool combos, they push for it. But Kameme is one of those guys where he knows that he doesn't need to, but it's at his disposal. When he's hitting in shield, holding that Metal Blade, it is a scary thing for the opponent, but he doesn't have to fish for something like that.
That's going to take it. That's game one.
Game one for Kameme, pretty solidly, in fact.
Game one for the Rockman.
Yeah. Como, I think we might see a different character. Como has so many characters to choose from,
No,
but
he's
actually,
staying with Marth.
I would expect to see a different stage at least.
Yes,
Yep.
he's going to Smash 4.
Okay,
Definitely.
so he feels like it wasn't the Marth that was the problem, but maybe a stage with smaller side blast zones where Mega Man isn't going to be surviving until 200 again.
Well, I feel like FD, Mega Man can keep out Marth a bit easier. There's nowhere for Marth to really go with these projectile attacks.
Oh, I'm actually loving the defense from Como Rikiri right now. The way that he's just like fading in with these hitboxes and then just barely being out of range, even though, Mega Man has unconventional ways of getting in, but he's still prepared for them. He wanted that up smash, but no dice for Kameme.
And the up tilt.
Again, with that up tilt, he is one stock away right now from sweeping this grand finals in 2-0 fashion.
But not if Como has anything to say to that.
Yeah, you can see that he's being a lot more rushed down. Oh, but being rushed down has its trade backs. I feel like getting back on the platform against Mega Man, even at low percent, is just so terrifying.
Dash attack. Oh, misses the grab again, but gets the forward air that time.
Oh, that's
it!
Kameme ending that early stock, taking that quick tournament.
Did you see how Como did the fist bump? He went limp with his hand. He's like...
It's so sad. I was really hoping that he would finish the entire set with, one of those patented Kameme footstool combos, but it's still just so hyped to see anything that this man is able to pull together. And there you have it, him taking the whole tournament